What a move by Howie Roseman! Whoa! Hey, yo, everybody, how you doing? So, I want to give you my prediction on the Eagles' upcoming season. I'm going to give you the prediction and then what I think will happen because of that prediction of the way things turned out. This will be my first of 3 Eagles predictions for the season. This will be one based upon what they did in free agency and what they did in the draft. And then I will do one the start of preseason and a week before the season starts. I think it's important to be able to adjust your prediction when you do it this far out because there's still time to add players. There's still things that can happen. Now, I would assume that this would be the worst prediction of all of them because you still don't have a running back. You still have things that need to happen. Now, unless there's injuries after preseason, I think hopefully it would only get better. But the way I see the Eagles season right now, after signing Alshon, Torrey Smith, getting Jernigan and Derek Barnett and Sidney Jones and all those guys, after doing all those things, the Eagles still have some huge holes. They have holes in corner, because I'm doing this prediction based that Sidney Jones ain't playing this season. And if he does play, he ain't 100%. So you have holes in corner. You have holes in running back. The running back situation is so bad. It's so bad that it negates anything they did in the passing game. Because no team is worried about the running game. They're all going to key on the passing game. So it's like it negates it, okay? So I don't want to go through the whole season, but basically this is how it's going to start off. They got to go to Washington. They got to go to the Chiefs. The first 2 weeks, right? They're going to lose to Washington. They're going to lose to the Chiefs. They have trouble beating Washington. Going to Kansas City is a hard place to play. Instantly, you're 0-2, all right? You're 0-2. Then you come home, play the Giants. You should beat the Giants because you always beat the Giants. That's no surprise. So then you're 1-2. You go to L.A., San Diego, Mexico, wherever they are playing, and you play the Chargers. Now, the Chargers, they have a decent offense. They can move the ball. Phillip Rivers can throw the ball. They add Mike Williams. They got a good passing game. They got a decent running game. They're going to beat the Eagles. I hate to say it, but they're going to beat the Eagles. That's 1-3. Then the Eagles got to play the Cardinals. Cardinals aren't what they were a few years ago, but they still can score. They got a good passing game. They got a good running game. Okay? The Eagles, they got no running game. They got no running game. Their passing game is easy to key on now because you don't have to worry about the running game. The Eagles got no corners to stop those receivers that Arizona has. Arizona's going to win. Then the Eagles got to go to the Panthers and play on Thursday. Now, we're looking at, 1-4, 1-5 to start the season? I mean, that's where we're at. If you really think about it, it's not good. But that's how I see it at this point. And in an honest valuation, honestly telling you, they're going to start off like 1-4, 2-5, 2-3, something bad. Okay, they're going to get themselves in a hole early because they got no secondary, they got no running game, and this is going to hurt everything. And I think it will result in the end in Doug Peterson being fired. So my prediction is that the Eagles will go 6-10 this year, and Doug Peterson will be fired. That's what I think will happen. Now, Howie Roseman, he might get out of this, and he may use Doug Peterson as a scapegoat and keep his job one more year, which is just another disaster, in my opinion. Now, I know a lot of you go, man, how are you an Eagle fan, man? You're always against it. You're so negative. I'm being honest, all right? I'm being honest. You can't think that everything that this team does all the time is the greatest thing ever when they got none of these. They got no rings. So let's be honest about the situation. The Eagles went out and did some things with Alshon Smith to improve the passing game. But they big time ignored the running game. Big time ignored the cornerback position. I mean, you can't do all those other things and just ignore those positions to the effect that they have. So at this point, right now, today, in May, I believe the Eagles are a 6-10 team. And if they add a running back and things can change, we'll see. That's why I will make a second prediction before the season starts, or before the preseason starts. And we'll see what they've added. We'll see what has come around. We'll see who's looked good. And then we can go from there. But right now, it's not really, the greatest offseason in the world. I've said this all along. I don't believe it's the greatest offseason in the world. I believe that they're a 6-10 team. And that doesn't mean Barnett fails or Sidney Jones is going to be good and all this stuff. Those things take time. Right now, going into this year, I think the Eagles are about 6-10, 7-9 team. And that's truthful. If you don't like it, I'm really sorry. But if you do like it, well, whatever. But it's the truth, and I got to tell you what I think. Take care.